Last week, we were in Tokyo and Hakone. Let's continue our tour to 3 more Japanese cities, and I'm going to show you the most classy hotel I have ever stayed in. We are starting from Hakone to Nagoya. Nagoya Castle is the most iconic landmark in Nagoya. It was built in 1615 as a palace for the royal family. Let me share a fun fact about street parking in Japan. In Toronto, we normally pay for parking right after we park. But in Japan, you don't pay until you are ready to leave. Once you park into the spot, the yellow plate is going to come up, so you won't be able to leave unless you pay. Remember your spot number. When you're ready to go, enter your spot number and it will tell you how much you need to pay based on how long you parked. The yellow plate is going to come down and you have a few minutes to leave. I feel like having teppanyaki for dinner, but all the popular restaurants are fully booked. The only option left is a small restaurant down the street from a hotel, and it doesn't require any reservations. It turns out to be a one-man band restaurant. The chef, the waiter, the cleaner, all the same person. I have no expectations at all. He serves French-Japanese fusion teppanyaki. Well, another surprise in my food journey. It turns out to be one of the best meals on my trip. Let's drive to Kyoto. You can immediately tell this is a very classy city. The small streets are always filled with restaurants. Love this classy yet vibrant style. Kyoto is full of historic attractions. So how's driving in Kyoto like? GPS is telling me to turn into this tiny street. So here we go. Oh my gosh, I have to drive uphill on what looks like a walking street filled with people. I'm giving up. But even just turning around and going back down is a big challenge. Lesson learned. Don't always trust the GPS in Kyoto. It was a fun experience though. This 300-year-old gate was restored to become the grand entrance of Hotel de Misui. I love my Kyoto hotel room. Let me show you. I think you will be amazed. Come on in. You get premium views from this room, the garden view and the Nagoya Castle across the street. This room showcased the Japanese style. I think you can tell from all the millwork here. This is modern, understated elegance and rich history all combined together. In Japanese culture, the toilet is always in a different room separated from the shower and bathtub. Kyoto is very famous for its high-quality green tea. And this is how you appreciate it in a tea ceremony. Kyoto also has an amazing food scene. From food markets to sukiyaki, Wagyu beef steak, shabu shabu, tempura omakase, you name it. Kyoto is such an exciting city, and it is by far my favorite in Japan. Let's drive to the last city on this trip, Osaka. Osaka is a heaven for shoppers and foodies, just like Tokyo. But in general, hotels and restaurants are roughly 30% cheaper than Tokyo. That's why Osaka is a super busy city packed with tourists. An amazing Michelin 3-star kaiseki course is the perfect way to wrap up this trip. I hope you enjoyed the tour to Japan. I will see you back in Toronto next week with my 3 predictions for the 2024 Toronto real estate market.